What's up, YouTube? Beyond Religion here, back with more religious topics and debate. Well, not really debate, but you get the idea. Now, okay, one of my friends messaged me to cover the points of atheism and some of the arguments that they use against the monotheistic and even polytheistic, just an all-around faith. So, let's go ahead and just see where that message is. Friend James. Yep, there was the chat right there. Here it is right here. Yeah, try to refute common arguments made. I may not be a man of faith, but most atheists are absolute nutcases. He's an atheist, so he can kind of afford to say that. I think you should try to clear up misconceptions about religion, misconceptions that most atheists try to use as arguments. So without further ado, let's go to Google and just look at atheism. Look at what it is. Atheism. Disbelief or lack of belief in the existence of God or gods. Non-belief, disbelief, unbelief, skepticism, doubt, nihilism. Okay, so let's reasonably and logically think about this. Atheists do not believe in a higher power at all, whatsoever. So, let's break this down. Before creation, there was literally nothing. Everything absolutely ceased to exist. So my first question is, how then did all these cells just pop up out of nowhere and just start evolving? Answer, they didn't. Now, I'm not really religious by any means, even the slightest. I'm kind of agnostic at this point, and as you're watching these videos getting answers, I'm also on a religious journey of my own. So, okay, atheism. The cells couldn't just pop up out of nowhere, so there had to be something somewhere. Either a supreme being or just something. I mean, logically speaking, all these planets just didn't pop up out of nowhere. And you're probably saying, well, what about the Big Bang? Well, the problem with the Big Bang Theory is, how did the cells and energy gather around that one spot of the universe to make an explosion that big if there was nothing? Answer yet again, it couldn't. If there was a Big Bang, something had to get those cells and those energy sources in that spot. Now, well, let's just take a minute to stop and talk about the different scientific theories of creation that many atheists believe are right. One of them may be right, nobody knows. So, another common theory is the asteroids loaded with carbonates and nitrogen and oxygen, everything that is needed to sustain life, bombarded the Earth. Those cells went to the ground. They evolved, and then over billions of years, they became animals and people. Scientifically speaking, that's accurate for the most part. But yet again, where did those cells come from? This goes back to the metaphor of the dad talking to his kid about creation, and he asks, who drew the picture? It didn't draw itself. So in my personal opinion, and on this religious journey, atheism is an illogical faith because it basically says everything spurned from nothing. I mean, that would at least make some sort of sense if those cells were there in the first place and they just evolved into everything. But before creation, and there was literally nothing, everything ceased to exist, atheism just does not make sense. So there you go. My personal analysis of atheism is that it is illogical, lacks proof, one thing that atheists pride themselves on, and just overall doesn't make any sort of sense whatsoever. Well, that's my analysis of atheism. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, sub if you enjoyed how I break it down and analyze it. Beyond Religion will catch you on the next video.